So students, in this module, we would learn that how to interpret the results we have obtained after the construction of the 95% confidence interval or any level of confidence interval in the Minitab statistical software. So the problem we have considered so far, there were two types of problems. One of the problem to which we call as summarized data, and the other one which was in form of the column. So students, for this particular problem where we were given with the value of x and the value of n, we have learned the procedure how to enter the data. We have actually entered the information about this problem under the summarized data, and what we have obtained is this particular output. If you just look into this output which we have obtained from the Minitab software, so students, ये देखिए x आपके पास है 140, what we have entered, n small n 200, and then the sample proportion that is obtained after taking the ratio of x over n, we have obtained this proportion as 70%, and this is the required 95% confidence interval which we have constructed in order to find out the unknown value of the population proportion. Now students, what we mean by that confidence interval construction, this particular, the lower value is known as the lower limit, and the value onto the upper side of the interval is known as the upper limit. Now what we are expecting that our unknown value of the population proportion, it is expected to lie within this interval. Now how to interpret it? A 95% confidence interval or interval estimate for the population proportion, even for the ease of interpretation students, हम इसको 100 से मल्टीप्लाई करके अपनी proportion को percentage में भी convert कर सकते हैं. So आप interpretation दोनों तरह से कर सकते हैं, in form of the proportion as well as in form of the percentage. So the population proportion or the percent of all the people who liked a particular product is 0.6 to 0.7 or 63% to 76%. Students, ये एक बात बहुत important है. I'm talking about of all the people. That means I am talking about the totality. I'm talking about the population, because the information about the population was unknown and we have estimated it from the sampled information. 200 का sample था जिसमें से आपने ये information construct की for the unknown value of the population proportion. Now let us consider the next example. This was the next example for which we were not given with the summarized data, rather we were given with the actual observations about the purchases in form of yeses or no. So students, हमने वो purchases का data enter किया in form of a column. We have learned the procedure that how to enter this kind of information to obtain the unknown value of the population proportion. So ये सब करने के बाद हमें एक आउटपुट मिलती है मिनीटैब सॉफ्टवेयर में, और अगर आप देखिए तो यहाँ पे आपको दिया हुआ है कि आपकी जो एक्चुअल सक्सेस थी ऑफ मेकिंग द परचेजेस, दैट वाज 6, एंड द टोटल नंबर ऑफ डाटा दैट यू हैव एंटर्ड, दैट मीन्स द सैंपल साइज वाज 10. सो यू हैव एंटर्ड 10 ऑब्जर्वेशंस, उनमें से 6 आपकी सक्सेसेस थी. सो 60% ऑफ द पीपल, they have made the purchases after watching the advertisement. So students, ये है आपका required 95% confidence interval. So we are 95% sure that of all the intervals we have constructed for the unknown value of the population proportion, this particular interval will contain our unknown value. So let us interpret it in a formal way. A 95% confidence interval or estimate for the population proportion, or in form of a percentage of all the people. Again, we are talking about the population who have purchased the product is 0.2624 to 0.8784. और इन अदर वर्ड स्टूडेंट्स आप कह सकते हैं कि 26% से 87% के दरमियान में आपका अननोन पॉपुलेशन प्रोपोर्शन लाई कर रहा है, वो लोग जिन्होंने आपकी प्रोडक्ट को बाय किया आफ्टर वॉचिंग द एडवर्टाइजमेंट. So this was a procedure that how we can interpret the information that we have obtained as an output in form of a Minitab output. So this is the procedure that we have learned so far, that how to interpret the unknown value of the population proportion through the confidence interval estimate approach.